Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining your virtual drinking buddy with a little bonus video tonight. So tonight I'm getting one out of my, it would have been my November beer drop order. Joyeux Noel. Joyeux Noel maybe? Here, let's get it. There we go, comes into focus. Joyeux Noel. Winter Biere De Garde. It brewed with cinnamon sticks and orange peels. So this ought to be an interesting combination. When I cracked this thing open, there was a smell that I couldn't quite place. It wasn't bad, but it was something I couldn't figure out what it was, and that's probably why, because it was orange peel cinnamon sticks. I don't know that I've ever had orange and cinnamon together. Maybe I have. Maybe in like a tea or something. But I pulled up their website just because I realized that I hadn't done that. The information that they have is the same as I have on my card from the beer drop order. But more than anything, I wanted to look up where they're from exactly, and they're from Denver, as most of the beers that I've had from the beer drop orders are. Yeah, I made that sentence way more difficult than it had to be. They're from Denver, so check it out. I actually got the address here if you want to check them out. 3855 Mariposa Street in Denver, Colorado. So you can go there if you're in the area or if you're going to be traveling there, or you can just look it up. It's made by Diebolt Brewing Company. So yeah, here it is on my phone. But what I thought was really interesting was they have one called Bolt 45. It's a malt liquor at a microbrew. So I kind of hope I get to try that at some point. It's $11.99 for a 6-pack. I've had Colt 45 before, and I wouldn't pay $12 for a 6-pack of it, I'll tell you that. But maybe this is better than that. And it looks like they had at least another seasonal. They got some fun beers, but more than anything, I just pulled up the website to find out where they're from exactly. Again, that's Diebolt, Diebolt Brewing. Like I said, pull it up on your phone. GPS will take you there. Pretty soon, that's all we'll have to say. You won't even have to worry about driving there. So, back in my day, we had to look everything up on a map, and I liked it. Alright. Enough of that. I'm speaking in voices now, and I've barely begun drinking. Well, let's get to their blurb, I guess. I'm not sure what else you want to call it. I guess the only stats I have on it, it's 7.5 alcohol by volume. And this typically darker, stronger, maltier than our other Biere De Gardes. Joyeux Noel is both delicate and complex with notes of chocolate and dark fruit from the candy sugar additions, as well as subtle citrus and spice from orange peel and cinnamon sticks added during the aging process. Oh, fun. Lager yeast smooths out the flavors, creating the perfect celebration of winter. So it sounds like it's really more just a winter beer than a Christmas beer, but I mean, you can't really have one without the other, am I right? I guess when I'm smelling it now, I'm smelling like chocolate and coffee. I'm not picking up orange and cinnamon sticks. So let's see if it's in the taste, shall we? Huh. I wasn't really sure what to expect. It's not bad. It's a little bit lighter in body than what I was expecting. I was expecting something between like maybe a porter and a stout, but it's really more like a bock. Maybe even a little bit lighter than that. Maybe even like body consistency of a black and tan. Here, let me take another drink. Yeah, it's about like a bock. It's sweet. There's some coffee notes in there. There's a little bit of chocolate. I'm not picking up orange necessarily. I guess it's... Here, let me have another drink. I'm just going to pound this bitch down and then figure it out. But I'll get there eventually. Because there is a lot going on in this beer. Yeah, I guess you could pick up the orange peel too. You almost have to be looking for the flavors because there's so much going on. There's, what I say, cinnamon sticks, orange peel that was in the aging process. It's got chocolate notes, dark fruit, which I'm not sure what dark fruit is, candy sugar. And what I noticed right off was probably the candy sugar. The chocolate's kind of there. It has a coffee quality that a lot of dark beers do that wasn't in the notes. Excuse me. In the belch you pick up a little bit of the cinnamon, so that's fun. So I'm just going to throw out an assumption that you probably don't want to have too many of these, because then you would be burping that up all the time. I think it, and I noticed on the website it said 25-ounce growler, excuse me, son of a gun, was $7.99. So that would be a good size to get maybe one or two. And for me, what I would do with them is have them at a holiday gathering or when you have friends over, and you'd split it and, you know, bust out the snifters or whatever, small glass, and you know, share it. I wouldn't say it's something that you would buy 2 crowlers of and then go home and drink, necessarily not, because it's so strong. It is on the stronger side, 7.5%, but it's just with the flavors. I think if you had too much in one setting, it'd probably be kind of off-putting. I think 1 can by itself is fine in an evening, mixed in with other beers. It's not something that I'd probably have with a meal. It would be more of an after-dinner drink for me. I'm going to have another drink, though. It is pretty tasty. It's weird. I got more of a chocolate taste when I licked my lips than I do when the actual liquid hits my tongue. This is like, I've come across a few of these where it's a complex beer and there's a lot of flavors in there and you don't necessarily pick them all up at the same time. It's almost like you have to look for them. Because on that last drink, I didn't notice the coffee as much. I picked up the cinnamon, orange peel a little bit more. Got the chocolate. When I lick my lips, the thing that seems to be consistent is the candy sugar. So I don't know if that's intentional or if they put the beer together and it tasted good, and you know, however you taste everything that's going on in there is whatever. I don't know. I don't brew, so I don't know how these things work. I don't know if you can plan these sort of things out or not. But it definitely is a complex beer. It's a good beer. I personally wouldn't want to do more than 1 can, maybe a pint at the most by myself. Just because I think if you had 3 of them, I think for me it would be a little much. Especially if you start burping up cinnamon. I would think that would lead to heartburn. Wow, I just sounded like an old man when I said that, didn't I? Alright, well, enough rambling for me. That is for my Beer Drop order, so I'll leave a link to Beer Drop in there so that if you would like to sign up for it, you can. And if you use that link, you'll get $10 off your first order. I'll also get money off of an order. I think I would get $10 off. I don't know yet. Nobody's used it yet, which is perfectly fine. It's $40 a month plus like $5 shipping. It ends up with taxes and stuff being like 48 and change. It's not for everybody. I just happen to be lucky enough to where I can do that, and it gives me great material for making videos such as this. So that's why I do it. If you're up for it, you got the money for it, go ahead and check it out. I will leave a link, and I'll leave a link to Diebolt Brewing, so you can check out some of their other beers, and you can check this out, get any information that you might need. And that's all I got. So thanks for joining me. If you liked what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button below. And this is the Malted Gentleman reminding you, you only have one liver, so use it wisely.